do it. Bum bum
You're the one,
bum
Neo.
bum
I haven't played
bum
this game. I don't
bum
remember.
bum 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 bum. All right, let's do this
Oh,
review. So, welcome to GameplayDismay anime reviews. This is Beautiful Dreamer. I don't have the date. Do you know the year, Javier? 80
This is
80
believe
84.
it's
84. Thank you, Marcus. All right, Beautiful Dreamer 1984. Part of a series of I don't know, movies, manga, I'm
yeah.
sure.
To be more accurate, part of the Urusei Yatsura series.
Yeah, there
This
you
is
go.
number 2.
And
Sorry,
yeah,
butcher the pronunciation. Oh, I'm dead.
and these are my
Ah.
two counterparts here. This is Javier and Marcus, and today we'll be reviewing Beautiful Dreamer. And so yeah, what do you got? Well, tell me what you thought going into this movie. Like, what did you think? If you watched the trailer at all, or if you were familiar with the source material or anything like that.
No, I went pretty much cold. I was just trolling Amazon. I was like, oh look, here's an anime from the '80s, and
I got an hour to
like
kill.
yeah, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Plus, it looked interesting, something I hadn't seen before. So I was like, all right, let's give this a shot.
Yeah, well, I
And
was
ended up in,
wondering why you
enjoy
picked
ended
this
up in,
random ass movie.
well, we'll get into that when we get into like our later thoughts, I guess. But just suffice to say, I thought it was something different, and I'm kind of like not too happy with the current style of anime. So I was like, yeah, let's see if this is any different.
Well, this is it,
You
man.
like
Say
your 80s anime, huh?
yeah. Well, say what it is.
Yeah.
Why you're no after
Like Dallas.
no later. Say what it is. Whatever you're gonna say. Because that's why I'm interested. Why that was the question I had. I was like, why are you?
Well, like in a word, isekai, as in I'm sick of isekai bullshit. It's
What is that?
that's that that's the genre that everyone the thing right now. It's the genre that everyone's
Current?
so the current genre, yeah.
Oh, okay. And what is that
What's the
exactly?
current genre?
Isekai.
What does
I'm a
that
high
mean?
schooler. I'm a high schooler. I'm in another world because I
Oh
fell in love with all the
yeah.
fuck.
Okay. Yeah. Fish
I
out of
didn't know that
water.
either.
Little kid. Fish out of water. Same old story. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like it's been like over like done like
It's
badly
that's
overdone.
anime. Yeah, way over. And apparently that's what they feel like they can keep falling back on. It keeps
Yeah.
selling for some weird reason. It's like Pokemon.
Well, in a certain way, I think anime has a similar problem to John Hughes, which is they just keep getting young.
It
They
worked
just keep
once.
they keep skewing younger. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm dead.
Yeah, me too.
I'll come get you.
Like John Hughes, like started out making stuff like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And then he went through a big old phase where he's doing high school movies, and then he ends up doing Home Alone. So it's like he keeps
Well, that's
every
good.
few years. Well, yeah, Home Alone was good, but the point is he's like he
It's a good
gets
bit.
down to children's movies. But I mean,
Yeah, I guess. All right.
you know
What
what I
about
mean?
you,
It's just like
Arcus? What did you think about this movie going in? Uh...
All I knew from it was the Amazon 2 sentence description about a time loop.
yeah,
But like I know it's part of a franchise, but like
yeah,
going in blind like that, it's kind of confusing because I don't know
yeah.
anything about the franchise.
I didn't
So
even
like
know it was part of a
they're fishing on the
franchise.
beach, just like in ruins, and I was like, is this the plot? Should I know what's going on? So I had to pause it immediately
Yeah.
and look up the background of the show on
Oh
Wikipedia.
man, you cheated.
And I was like, wait, they shouldn't be.
That's what I.
And then they went back to high school.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna do afterwards, but then I didn't because I was like, I don't
You
care
can't
enough
really
about
watch
this.
like big franchise movies in a vacuum. Because like I don't know the world. I don't know what's weird to them or what's
Yeah.
just weird.
Another odd reason I was like, Javier, why you pick this random part two of whatever some random ass long series of some movies? But yeah,
Yeah.
it does work as its own, and that's what he sold it to me as when he first mentioned it to me. It was kind of like a Groundhog Day, like whatever kind of thing. It's like sci-fi Groundhog Day, and I was like, all right, whatever. Of course, it's high school kids or some shit.
yeah,
But yeah,
And this is on easy too. Goodness.
what?
we are getting ourselves.
I turned it down. It's too hard.
Well, we're also busy trying to talk and game here. I mean, so yeah,
You can't talk in game.
yeah, I can
Yeah, it's also
chewing
kind of
gums.
hard.
Chewing gums hard enough. I mean,
That's what makes it better.
I'm here to chew gum and talk anime, and I'm all out of anime.
we did.
Don't die.
Don't get dead.
Where are you at? Okay.
Well, after that initial hurdle, I was like, all right, now I can just kind of enjoy this movie for
Yeah,
its own
what the, you're
value.
like, what the hell is this? And then,
I'm
yeah.
like, what's the plot here? What's the background? Why can she fly? But it
Yeah,
wasn't.
that was very confusing. I
Yeah.
was like, what? I was like, who? I was like, there's already established characters, like
Yeah.
obvious, like random weird things that are going on. It's like Alf or something. You just started watching Alf in season 2.
Hey, to its credit, they managed to establish the dynamics in the first scene.
Yeah, I mean they do pretty easily explain everybody's situation. I mean, kind of, not really. You kind of get
Close
you
enough.
kind of you get
I
it.
got it from context, but it's like too late. The movie's over.
Yeah, by the time you get there, you're like, oh, now I get the characters, and then now it's over.
It's over. Like that one guy who was apparently their bully, who disappeared pretty early on.
Yeah, yeah, I totally forgot about that. Well, it is like
His
a
dusty
weird
ass
dream
house.
thing. Oh yeah, so full spoilers ahead. We're talking about the whole movie, end of the movie, blah blah blah. Probably just this movie. I don't know anything about any of the other series of anything, so feel free to
Yeah.
mention whatever that crap in the comments or whatever. Uh, but yeah, me going into it, yeah, Javier Jimmy is just like, yeah, this is my pick, blah blah blah, Groundhog Day, kind of sci-fi twist, something or other, and I was like, all right, cool, 80s, and I thought it was gonna be like more serious, like I don't know, like hardcore 80s, like the the ultra violent style, but it was just like regular, like what is it, bubblegum crisis or something.
No, Bubblegum Crisis was a little darker.
Yeah, but
Yes.
that seemed kind of like
It's
flat, like easy
well, it was
style.
more the style.
Yeah,
Reminds me of Arcadia of my youth.
yeah,
Yeah.
80s melodrama and Dallas. Dallas.
yeah.
Dallas.
Always Dallas.
It all comes back to Dallas. Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Davos. Davos? Dallas? What is
but
it?
yeah, that's what I can make of it. I was like, all right, it's like this weird freaking
Spell
anime, some about a high school kids
Dallas.
and this flying girl and whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, what
Did you get?
so moving on, what did you think about the characters in the overall story of what was going on here?
Well,
Start.
honestly, what sold me was the story. Um,
Oh no. Don't do it. Ah.
because seemed like an interesting concept, a little bit like Groundhog Day, but in Japan in the '80s. So that was pretty awesome. And then you go through and oh yeah, it's kind of Groundhog Day. It's got this whole vibe, and then it takes a turn.
It's
So,
like
but
kind of
for me,
trippy. Like it's kind of trippy the way like even in the beginning where they go, the kids go to get the food or something like that, and then there's like that weird parade of people going by, and he's like in the car dreaming, and then he like fell asleep in the car or something, and the whole town's empty, and except for the florist, and there's like those people
yeah,
like parade of people walking by. I was like, this is it. I was like, this shit's weird.
yeah. I mean, they're gonna do a good job setting it up, and they like kind of let you figure it out gradually. Oh, something's not right, and then it turns out, hey, it's a time loop.
Yeah,
And gradually
Yeah.
they figured it out after like the first mention. They're all about it.
yeah,
Well, that was mostly the what's her face, the hyper competent school nurse.
The teacher. Well, I like
Yeah.
how it wasn't a hard reset like Groundhog Day. It was like they just gradually got back to where they were at the start of the day, setting up their bar, their
yeah.
Nazi bar.
Yeah, that was really.
It was kind of
Well, it
weird.
was.
I couldn't.
I was
At
like,
first, I didn't realize
"This
that's
is
what they were
Nazi."
doing. I was like, "What is?" I was like, "What's their theme here?" I was like, "I was like, is with a tank,
I thought
okay?"
it
And they're
was
all
gonna
like
be the
army people, and
original
I was like, "What's
the
going
butt
on?"
symbol, but he had a skull on his cap.
Yeah,
I was like, oh
Yeah.
no, they're just Nazis.
Yeah.
it's pretty funny.
Going back to, are we the bad guys? Yep.
Oh yeah.
But they can totally
Uh oh.
No, to be fair, the Japanese and Germans were allies in the Second World War, so I mean,
Sure.
you know what I mean?
I love his
No.
characters. That one
No,
guy
I
with the sword,
don't.
is he the serious one? He like always has his sword up. He's always yelling at him.
Yeah, the rich
Yeah.
kid
And there's the other kid
who's also
name
smart.
is GB. Like that's his
Who
character's name.
I
Is that
think
a
has a
mistranslation?
he's got a thing for that dude's girl, right? The floaty girl.
I think so.
Probably. That guy, I don't know if I like him. It seemed overplayed, but maybe it's from the 80s, so maybe it wasn't at the time. And he's like, I'm serious, I have a sword, I'm going to beat on you all the time.
Yeah. Well, he's
Yeah,
always
they-
in fact the
The
leader.
serious one, alright.
Yeah.
And they lean on him pretty heavily because if you notice, every time they go anywhere, like they stick him with the pill.
Yeah. At least he did a lot.
The heck do we get down there?
I think we. Oh,
He's
yeah,
like, "Oh yeah,
that's
my
pretty good.
jet," and then he just flies up. He's like, "I just get out of here." It almost worked, or
And
that
then
did work
suddenly it's
actually.
Dark City.
Yeah, that's what I like about
Yeah,
it.
that flipped me out. That took me for a turn.
You have
It's literally on
Groundhog
a
Day
turtle. Dark
and
City
don't
meets
even.
Discworld.
Yeah, the whole time they're like doing the reference to the story, and I was like, "Oh yeah, this old thing," and then they're like, "No, they're on the turtle." Where are they even? It's like, what? Are they in space?
I feel like it kept switching what it was about, but I guess in a good way, it kept it fresh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that was a neat aspect of it. I just like
but
that. In terms of story, I really enjoy the fact that it's like, oh, this is part Dark City, part um, whatchamacallit, or yeah, part Dark City, part Groundhog Day is all together. It's just like a cool like playing around with like just the concept of time. You know, like they spend some time
and that
discussing it. It's like, well, what if the whole town? What if it wasn't just you on?
What? Why didn't we
What
win
if
that?
what if it wasn't just you at a place? What if the whole town was at a place
yeah,
in
they figured
time?
that out pretty quick too. I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
like
good.
they're a group
Yeah,
instead.
yeah, I was like, good for
Yeah,
them. And I knew
because
it
yeah,
had to do with like a character doing something because how everybody was slowly disappearing. I was like, oh, it's like somebody's the like host or something, or
Yeah, and then suddenly it's dreams.
yeah,
yeah, and then just follows, yeah, just follows and just goes a little bit nuttier because it's like, oh, now just follow your dream or just yeah, you run through your dreams and visions.
I
but
like
yeah,
the joke where they're all good having a good old time because they're just kids and they're cutting up, but like the mom's slaving away every
Yeah,
day in eternity, just making them food.
yeah, and they're all just eating
Like
it up
that's
all
hell
the
for
time.
her.
Yeah,
yeah,
They're just having a good time. They just like to beat us.
no, she's bossing them around, giving them the list, telling them all the
That was
crap
the
to
joke.
get.
yeah,
Not the teacher, the mom. She's just making all the food.
Yeah,
yeah.
and the dad,
And
he looked kind of pissed.
He's just reading the newspaper. The same newspaper?
That's what I didn't get. Is it the same one? Because why would they keep reading the same one unless they keep
They
forgetting
did
what
say it
happened?
kept getting delivered.
Yeah,
yeah, but that's
I
also like the
I like to think
dreamlike
if it was
nature
a
of things.
I like to think if it was a dream, it would be giving you a new newspaper.
Pretty much.
But yeah, for the rest of the characters, it was hard to keep track of all of them, and they already were like an ensemble or something, like established something already. You could tell, so they kind
Yeah,
of
you
did
gotta watch
just
the show.
they just jumped around like on different groups. There was like that kid that always carried the other kid with him, and then there's like
Yeah,
the
Stevie.
sleepy shaggy guy that's like the main character. You never really see until later on because he's just like gone or sleeping or whatever. Who the
yeah,
girl just loves him for some random reason.
yeah. That's great. I mean, yeah, they kind of limited on the ensemble cast. They didn't draw them all too well. They got to at least sketch them out a bit,
Yeah.
um, so that you kind of got a sense of who they were. But I thought one of the strongest characters was that the nurse there. She actually drove a lot of it, a
Oh
lot of the
yeah,
plot there, which is good.
the teacher
Miss
nurse.
Sakura.
Yeah, the teacher nurse, the dude with the sword, the couple group of kids, the one with the tall guy with glasses and a hat. I forget all their names, but
Yeah,
yeah, and then the floaty girl with the guy, and then
that's fun.
the other girl with the that was talking to her about it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, like they managed to. That's the thing. Even
There's a
though it
lot.
was, I mean, it's a sign of good writing is that even though I didn't exactly know who each of these characters were, I was able to pick up enough from context and from the watching the way they interacted. I was like able to follow along with
Yeah,
the story
for the
beats.
small
And
amount of time there that they're.
yeah, for the time they're effective enough to move the story along. And like I said, it's just a sign. And it's only the movie's only like an hour and a half long, so it's
Yeah, it's short.
efficient storytelling.
It feels like
Go up
if
the
it was a
stairs. Turn around.
hold on. It feels like if it was a show, it would have been like a mini part, like a
We'll
series.
go up the stairs. Now I'm getting all the loot you got.
Oh come on!
I'm killing all those guys.
Now don't go up the stairs. But yeah, the story was like kind of freaking me out after a while. It was pretty trippy. Like it did get kind of heady, where I was trying to figure out what the hell's going on.
I like when she's flying through the school. I guess toward the beginning when they first realized it was going bad, and she's like, it's like an MC Escher.
Oh yeah, where they
Diagonal
changed.
balloon.
Yeah, they changed directions and all that crap.
He's like chasing his reflection, and she's like going out the windows, in the windows.
The
And the
guy,
angles don't make sense.
the guy's like
Yeah.
just running like straight ahead, but she sees him running in place. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
So like I said, it was
And that damn
the most
annoying,
mind bending. Who?
that annoying the head the dream master or whatever, the annoying, which I guess is like
Came out of
he's
nowhere.
like a folk's tale, I guess, like brought to life or something. I guess if there's alien girls, there's folk tales that are like a real.
Yeah, because she's an alien, so I'm like, is it uncommon for them to be in space on a turtle's back?
Well, he mentioned that he just mentions that she was a bright whatever soul or something. What did he say?
Yeah, and he's like, I could tell she was born under a special star, and she's like,
Yeah.
she's not even from here.
Yeah, and he's like,
Yeah.
yeah, not this one. That's why he was like, oh yeah, he's like, I'll use my last good whatever power or something
Alien
or other
invaders.
on you. But he's not an alien. He's just like a weird like demon thing or something, right?
Yeah.
Apparently
magical.
responsible for all the evil in the world.
Yeah, some weird dream demon that
That's
causes
quite the
people
flashback
that
he
has
had.
gives too much people way too much power.
No, but that's the thing. He's not responsible.
Or
People
too
are
effective.
responsible.
What I don't get is, are they on their own turtles and do they bring the turtle world back to ours? How does that affect the real world, the reality? I don't get that part.
It doesn't. They woke up. He woke up and then immediately didn't cease to exist.
Who?
The main character, when he was like back at the very end, he's like, wake up, and he's just gone because he woke up. Like the one yelling at him to wake up disappeared and then he woke up.
Oh, I thought they were trying to say that demon guy with, whoops, was like, he gave all those guys all the dreams that they like Hitler and whatever and all the.
Well, he's just complaining. It wasn't even his fault. It's like I gave someone a little bit of power, let them try their dream out, and then eventually it all turns bad because.
Oh,
Can,
that's not what he did for her. This is different.
Oh
No,
no,
he
that's why he liked her, because her dream didn't go bad.
right.
Oh.
And so he's trying to craft a more permanent dream world he thought would be.
Yeah, see, that's the part I didn't get. Or is like, where does the turtle end? Where does it stop?
That's why he liked her dream. He's tired of living on these bad dreams that people
Yeah.
keep doing.
He's like, everybody's just power hungry
Like, finally.
bastards. She's like, I just want to have a good time with my boy and his family.
Hang out with friends.
And just eat food and have a good time.
And to be fair, her dream was pretty idyllic, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it was just this damn slice of life. Are we just gonna get in this helicopter right now? What's going on?
Yeah, we're leaving.
Yeah,
We
get
are
outta here.
leaving.
I'm trying.
I didn't get my
Other side.
reward. I didn't
Oh
do it.
man, come on.
We never take you with us.
Well, they killed me right at the end again. Almost. I need that experience, damn it. How am I gonna get to Gold League ever again?
Mm.
But yeah, and then she's like some random whatever girl who doesn't care. Or doesn't, I guess, even fully understand the concept of what the hell.
Right. Well, there's a certain level of innocence for her, I guess. It's
Yeah.
Kind of like the. Well, speaking of tropes, like isekai, the one of the tropes in anime
She's
is
as
magical girl.
innocent as Alf.
It's, which is another set of rules, just Japanese culture thing. Much like hello. Anyone there?
But
Yeah.
I hear you.
Oh, okay. I just started talking about magical girls and trailed off. But like, yeah, basic sketch of that is, girl with superpowers, but also act like a normal girl. You know what I mean? And I'm staying in Platinum,
Yeah.
apparently.
I guess.
Marcus, you got relegated.
I gotta do more levels. There's only
Wow.
6 people even playing out of 10. We can't even get 10 people playing.
Man, my shotgun.
I don't like how.
I don't
Well,
wanna
I like
use the
how the pig
revolver.
was important the whole time. Because they're like, where'd this pig come from? And then he was the Dream Eater Baku. But I didn't like how
Yeah,
the
where
Dream Master was arbitrarily defeated by he like got mad and dropped his trumpet. And he's like, that's the key to my defeat.
is that what
Because
happened?
he did it on purpose. He like blew his top and his little trumpet fell out. And he's like, don't blow it. And then he blew it. And then he got out of it.
I think he did just because he realized that this perfect dream he crafted was actually falling apart anyway. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Hmm.
Because people just ask too many damn questions. You know what I mean? And it was great and all for Lum, but not necessarily for anyone else.
I'm reloading way more than I'm shooting the whole time.
Yeah. All right. So trying to get back on track here.
uh, let's
We were like
see.
discussing the
So the
story of.
story, yeah, go keep going in the story.
I lost the thread there, but and I like the twist in terms of story talk. I like that unpredictable aspect of it. That was neat. Even on the watch through, it kind of held up just because it's like, yeah, things are happening, and they
It
actually
kept
kind of make
changing what it
sense.
was.
Yeah, it kept changing what it was, but it all sort of went together in its way and made sense. As much
Yeah,
sense as it's
at
supposed to in
least
the movie anyway.
for a while there, I was like, "What the hell is this?" I was like, "What am I even watching?" And then I was like, "Okay, at least
Yeah,
it's going somewhere." Like in the end, there, it kind of made sense. But for a second, I was like, "This is
yeah,
just a bunch of nonsense."
yeah. It all kind of came together once
And
you sort of like explain the logic of it. Then
I'm
it's
all
like,
about trippy animation nonsense.
yep, that's 80s anime in a nutshell. All right,
So
so
yeah,
now
this turtle thing is like definitely some like old folks tale type deal, right?
Yeah, probably a fairy tale.
Yeah,
yeah, it's like there's similar tales in Western folklore. You know, the guys go
the
in
She
Sandman.
said
Ireland.
Rip Van Winkle. She said it in the very beginning.
Oh
In a
yeah,
dusty ass apartment.
yeah.
Yeah. Also, the guys who like go have visit the elves, you know, in Ireland, and then they come out and 100 years have passed. Stuff like that.
The hell's that?
What the fairy tale about the guys with the who goes and parties with the elves, and then he wakes up 100 years later, or yeah,
It's not uncommon.
Hmm.
yeah. It's a trope. It's a
Yeah,
thing
yeah. Like a fairy tale, folk tale trope.
across cultures.
Yeah.
Save
Ah,
me.
Where's the Arabian Nights anime?
and I'm sure they've done one. I'm sure they've done more than one. I know there's been at least one
I
Sinbad
want
anime. I think.
I want a Chinese made one.
Did you know Cable Guy is Arabian Nights?
Cable guy?
Yeah, remember the Jim Carrey movie Cable Guy? That's an adaptation of Arabian Nights.
Really?
The story in Arabian Nights. Yeah, I read it. I couldn't believe what I was reading. It
Cool.
was just,
Is that on purpose?
I doubt it, but it was, you know how No Story's
I
original.
doubt it.
Yeah.
Arabian
Yeah,
Nights
no
is
story's
30 years
original.
old, but I was like, this is just Cable Guy.
I can't take the fact I won't accept that there's no stories left to be told or no left original stories.
There's a big difference between no less stories have to be told and nothing's
Interesting.
original. There's plenty
Original.
of
Well, how you know everybody kind of like take the old story and you adapt it into a sci-fi world or take it into a future world or take it to an old
yeah.
past
See,
world or take it to a video game world or whatever. Like there's always that type of same story, yeah. But I mean like beyond that, like I don't know,
Beyond Thunderdome.
like like ancient proverbs or something. Whereas
The point is, no matter what story you try to write, you're gonna find a parallel.
there's new way, yeah. There's parallels, but there's like not
That's what it means.
yeah, not interesting, but like it's got to be fresh. It's got to be new. There'll be a new Star Wars. I'm sure there will be.
That's not exactly a new story, John.
Yeah, even that was literally based off of everything old. He even like wrote it that way.
Yeah, he literally based it off like all these things he liked as a kid.
What man? I can't.
I mean,
I
going
can't.
into Star Wars is like
I can't move
he
in this
wanted to do
game.
Flash Gordon. They're like, nope. So he's like, okay, I'll do my own. Like Thanos, he's like, fine, do it myself.
And Willow instead of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Willow.
Yeah, I think Lucas wanted to make Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, and they were like, no, so he made Willow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love Willow. Mad Mardigan.
Willow's great.
Mad Mardigan.
Hey, finally we get the heck out of this heck world.
If they, they're still trying to kill me. But there'll be new good. I mean, maybe in the sense because people just have lived long enough where like you can't. There's always going to be somebody accomplishing something somewhere, and that's what people want to hear about. But I mean, I don't know. There's new stories. There's got to be new stories.
I'd just say there's new interesting combinations of stories. I'm gonna put
We
it that
need
way.
we need the next Arabian
But at its
Nights.
core, I mean, every story is
Arabian
like
Nights
the others.
2000.
And so instead of 1,001 nights, it's 2,002 nights.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to Gold League,
I
but I
need
can't get a
I
hundred
need a
million.
thousand new stories. 1001 new stories that people will adapt into new things for forever time.
Yeah, I'm barely in there. I feel like you're gonna pass me at some point,
No, I
Marcus.
can't. There's only room for 3 people, and
Uh,
if I'd have to bump you. And
it
you.
looks like you're probably going to because you're creeping up on me. All right,
Isn't
now
a revolver good?
we need to do some serious boxing here, and continue talking about story of
Yeah, so it
Urusei
did
Yatsura
definitely
2.
definitely going into Dark City and then like Edge of the
But
World,
the
uh,
funky thing is that
literally
these
on the
are all
turtle,
this predates all of them.
going into the yeah, but not even like we were saying before, like that. This itself
That
is a
trope,
take on an old folk story character where this thing takes you on a turtle
right?
where your dreams are you takes over your soul, takes over your conscious or whatever, and then that is basing these characters in that situation and when their interpretation of that or whatever.
More or less, yeah.
But
But
a
like I
good,
said, like
but it is a good take, yeah.
I did enjoy the combination, and then like the sort of just the novelty of it, yeah. Um, and there's that. And like I said, the characters were drawn well enough or executed well enough so that even though I wasn't familiar with them or the series, I was able to jump in and get a good read on who they were and their relation to each other. But I mean, I have that going for it. I mean,
Ooh,
there's a lot of cool things happening. So that I'll
how come I
give it.
can't
So then,
salvage this one? Oh yeah,
yeah, why is this stupid thing level 20 higher than everything else, even though it's all levels higher? It's so silly.
it's all backwards.
Yep, it's all backwards.
But yeah, not much else I could say on the story except it was pretty crazy, pretty interesting. Who was the little girl? That he kept seeing in the dream everywhere
Good question.
with the hat.
Conscience, the guiding spirit.
Yeah, because she shows up at the end. Remember when he's like floating around the molecules or whatnot?
Who?
Didn't
Yeah.
that turn out to be the pig man or something? Dream guy. And where did he go?
What do you mean?
Did he just leave at the end? It was like Freddy
Yeah.
Krueger at the end or some crap.
Oh yeah, because people still dream. I mean, they're back in the real world, but he's
He's still
he
around.
lives off people's dreams. So yeah, I mean, as long as people have dreams, then he's going to be around feeding them or granting them or trying to build worlds out of them.
Yeah.
I think he kind of gave up on his retirement objective.
Someone has good dreams out there. He'll find them.
Yeah.
Just go to that alien planet she's from. Man, they really screwed me with these weapons here.
Yeah, I'm not liking my current loadout at all. But
This game's too
so,
hard. Let's just be done with it.
are we getting around to final thoughts, or do we still have more thoughts on story and the art or
If you want to
whatever?
talk about the animation style,
Well, I talk about two things with that.
yay or nay?
One, I'm fine with it. It's stylized like all things are, and I just recognize it's a product of its time. That's kind of the way they drew things. I like their animation style. Some of it, some parts of it, I like more than like modern animation style.
Yeah, I like
I
old
mean,
school anime.
you can see where they put a little more, both more and less into their into their animation, which is interesting. I don't know. It's hard to define exactly, but like the characters seem a little bit better drawn out. The backgrounds especially seem a little more rendered, you know, or a little more carefully planned out as opposed to a lot of things where it's just kind of simpler. But then newer ones are also more kinetic. Arcus the second you were talking about that, right? There's like newer things are faster paced.
Yeah, there's a lot of just staring off into space.
Right.
Like, it reminds me of like
Oh,
Robotech
holding the
and
shots.
Arcadia of My Youth, the melodrama, where
You
they're like
mean
very introspective and just staring off silently.
you mean squeezing the budget?
Yeah, pretty
I just
much.
feel like it won't fly anymore. Like now you gotta have everybody punching each other. Like there's
Yeah,
no
Yeah.
downtime. Now main characters are very like scatterbrained and animated and energetic. Like
yeah,
Goku and Luffy, they're all over the place. They're never still.
Right.
yeah. That's true.
I mean, it kind of goes into the tropes, but then
The main character here, I guess, is that kid that the girl's with,
Yeah,
Lume, and he's just kind of like some aloof
he's
guy or
11.
whatever.
yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, he is all over the place, but there's a lot of other characters that pick up the slack of staring off into space,
Yeah.
which I don't mind. But it's just a very different type of show than I feel they do now, or maybe I just don't watch enough anime now.
Yeah, well, no, it's just definitely different. Like I said, the conventions were different 30 years ago. Even if you watch sitcoms from 30 years ago, the conventions will be different from sitcoms now, even though you notice a lot of the same cues and like plot lines and tropes. You notice a bunch of different things in the style there. And that's fine. It's like, and I enjoyed it. It was easy to watch. But I will tell you one thing I don't miss at all.
What?
Annoying
I do
character
not miss
dubs.
80s character dubbing at all.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wish I could have watched this in Japanese. Like
yeah.
usually I
That
don't care either way, but old anime is not dubbed very well.
Yeah.
or like barely
That's
even
what the
at
dream
all.
guy was pausing after every word.
Yeah. I don't know if he was aiming for William Shatner or he just like stumbled over it, but then he just had difficulty enunciating. I don't know what the heck was going on, but
Yeah, and there's
yeah,
always like the weird old anime style, like annoying character that's the bad guy that's little you can't do anything about or whatever. It's like the fat little stupid
trickster
guy,
archetype.
trickster guy with the hat, Mad Hatter type or something, you know,
Yeah.
with the annoying, super annoying voice. Hey, wait, and it's like, why is it like this?
It's a convention. It's a character trope. You know, there's things exist for reasons.
Yeah, I mean, this little annoying dude. He's like a leprechaun or something.
Yeah, he was pretty much a leprechaun, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, leprechaun.
Mess with your dreams.
Leprechaun in red.
But yeah,
Let me
I
know when you're
like.
done boxing.
I definitely dig the
We will
old.
let you know when we're done boxing.
I'll definitely let you know. I definitely like the old style of the '80s for sure. Like especially the ultra violent stuff, like Ninja Scroll or whatever, or Tank Police or Ghost in the Shell or whatever. Just like
Yeah.
draw the guts and then take time drawing the guts.
Yeah, I remember something like Battle Angel. I remember where they chopped up the dog in Battle Angel and you like see the blood spurting out everywhere over the corpse and it's like, ooh.
Yeah,
And she draws like she decorates her face in his blood and
for the
like,
dog.
okay, yeah. Yeah, dog's
Dare
blood.
you kill my dog?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think they got to that in the movie, the live action one.
Yeah, I don't think they did. All right, I think I'm
No.
ready.
Yeah, ready isn't gonna be, I suppose. But that brings me to my second point. Part of why I chose it is like I said, I was sick of isekai shit, and it's like I've noticed that maybe it's just what we're getting here, but it seems like
I'm sure
at
that's all it
least,
was in the '80s too.
well, no, it seems the '80s they had a lot more like sci-fi and way out there things, and they were really pushing like the boundaries of what they could do because you could be out in space and do sci-fi stuff. I mean, there's tons of like old anime sci-fi stuff from the '70s and '80s and even early '90s, even on Amazon or older stuff. But then new stuff, like all the newer stuff you get, it's always like either like the fantasy isekai stuff or like the high school drama or
We need more Captain Harlock.
It'll
yeah,
change
we do.
another 10, 20 years.
Yeah. And like I said, but currently I'm just
After
not
we get
super into
another,
that.
Well, don't watch it.
we need another
I know
10.
that's
We
why I
need
went and
another
watched something
10.
else.
We need another
I'm watching
10.
the Climber Girls anime.
Any good?
Oh, nice. Are they climbing?
Yeah.
Are they
Climbing
like?
the rocks?
Are they, how are the speed lines?
Speed lines? They're there.
Yeah.
When they like barely catch a grip. Oh.
You've seen anime before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
can
if
I
every
can literally see the
movie's
show
got
in
that
my
climbing,
head. I'm watching the show right now in my head.
Yeah.
There was one with short hair. She's a girl. One of them's wearing shorts or something. They're slipping. They catch each other. The little clip that holds them is like not screwed on right.
you have seen the show.
There's a lot
Like I said,
of exasperated faces.
conventions and tropes, man. Conventions and tropes.
Yeah.
It's every anime you've seen except instead of cards or Pokemon, it's climbing.
Cards or
Uh,
Pokemon. What do they trade?
or
Hiking
racing
stickers of where they've climbed, mountain hiking stickers or
or
badges of the mountains they've climbed.
dueling or
There's the one so good, shows the one from the team.
All right.
yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Anyways, going after that animation. Okay. All right. Closing thoughts. What do y'all think of the ending? What do y'all think overall? And would you even continue watching these people do anything?
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of invested in it now. I wouldn't mind watching the rest of the story and see what else happened. Oh no.
Boo. I'm out.
Yeah, I feel like
enjoyed
what
it.
you like about this movie isn't necessarily what the show is about, because this is like a movie with like sci-fi and dream concepts, but the show might just be like Monster of the Week.
Yeah, I
Like
feel
how Ash
like
can never win a Pokemon battle.
yeah, I
But
feel
the
like
movies are cool.
Yeah.
this. Yeah, I feel like this movie and
Yeah.
the
This could be an outlier. That's entirely fair. Yeah.
this whole like story and concept is there, and it only works just because I'll probably just throw any ensemble cast of characters in there and it would work the same. At least somewhat
Well, similar
similarly.
bits, but- Yeah,
Not the same. Well, there's like an alien girl and she's like pure or whatever crap, but that you would just say that about like an innocent character or something. Or whatever.
It depends if you have enough characters fleshed out, or it depends on
Yeah, but I'd like.
tropes or archetypes you're working with. But yeah,
I think this is as interesting as these characters for me are gonna get. As any type of
Yeah.
situation you put them in.
that is true.
I don't know.
Without having access to the rest of the series, we just won't know.
I won't know. Yeah, I'm not looking up. I don't care where this Lume girl is from. I'm sure she'll be all right. She's got her Scooby Doo boyfriend, Shaggy boyfriend.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all she wants is to live in that dream world anyway. So she's got power. She'll make it happen. I hope
She'll
their
be all right.
Nazi thing goes off well.
Yeah.
The whole-
I wasn't sure what kind
they
of
got-
show I was watching.
It's a big day they got been working up to.
It just shows you what, like, I guess, standards and what's considered acceptable is not. It depends on, I guess, partly where you are in time and where you are.
Nah, as soon as high school is open again, they're gonna make the Nazi
Yeah, they got a tank, and everyone's
Nazi.
just fine with it.
Nazi float or whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, there isn't really, I don't know, is there an analog in American high schools to the End of School Festival?
Yeah. You could
I mean, there's a school talent competition, there's homecoming, but those are like social events, not necessarily.
There was the food one where
Studies and
I went to like a food one that was like an after school thing where the different minority. Well, I guess it was because our school had different minorities in it, but it was like an ethnic minority food drive, like cook off type deal. I had jambalaya, I had the Asian food. People had burgers and steaks and stuff. But it was like some kind of like weird like food festival. That was in high school. I don't know. I'm not sure what the hell that was, but I was there.
Yeah, but I mean, something on like the level of production is like this end of school festival obviously was for them. It's just, excuse me, doesn't have quite exactly an American analog. And
Jambalaya.
that's just like a cultural difference. That's fine. It's educational. It's nice to see how seriously they took it, and I'm sure it's exaggerated too for comic effect.
Nah, it's something I've seen in every anime. There's always some kind of festival going on, and they got the crickets or the cicadas in the back, and it's always serious.
Well, that's just to let you know what season is.
It's the festival season.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I wouldn't come back to this character, but I would come back to this type of movie.
Yeah. Granted, that's fair enough. Without knowing enough about the rest of the characters or the series, you don't know where else it could go from here. Because I mean, it's quite the.
It's probably just Monster of the Week.
It's probably just Lume fucking trying to get Shaggy to pay attention to her.
And she saves the day at the end.
Yeah, and then like
Love triangles,
love
comic
triangle.
relief,
Yeah.
the guy and the chibi guy carrying around.
One of them, yeah,
That's all.
the big guy. Yeah, exactly. They did a good job of giving us the whole picture. The guy's carrying that other kid around for some reason. I'm not sure what their deal is.
His literal name is Chibi.
Are they like some kind of like thieves or something? Are they gonna do a heist?
Let's do a heist. The gang does a heist. Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
But yeah,
I said,
overall, I'll give it.
the lady.
I'll give it a.
Sakura.
I give it a 7 out of 10.
yeah.
Miss Sakura, I give it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah. If the
She's
show was
getting
just about
stuff
her,
done.
yeah.
She's like, check out those statues when the guys disappeared. Now they're down there holding us up.
She would
As
be the
I-
funnest part of checking the rest of the show out.
Yeah. Also, I need to trap this imp guy, so let me pull out my umbrella with my weird magical paper ribbon.
Was that
Yeah,
her?
She was ready.
Well,
thought she had a
usually needs
katana.
book or something. No, it was a ribbon thing with papers.
Oh,
It was like some kind of
she had a
Something
sword.
in Buddhism or Shinto or whatever, I guess.
Oh, nice.
Because it was like a magical fight, not
I was
necessarily.
shooting somebody.
It wasn't a physical fight, right? It was the battle was.
Yeah, she had a
Is
bunch
this-
of traps set up or
It was a
something.
spiritual fight. Or like I don't know, fantastical fight?
There's
Yeah,
no
the
checkpoints. That's the problem.
The battle wasn't on a physical. Yeah, it wasn't a.
It was like an
It wasn't
episode of
fun.
Supernatural.
Yeah, it wasn't a contest of strength. It was a contest of wits and mental ability.
Oh yeah, like I was gonna say, one of my favorite parts is when they get in the jet and fly over, and they're like, "What the hell? We are in a giant turtle," and
Came
then
out of
there,
nowhere.
and then there's the end, and then there's everybody else that disappeared holding us up. It's like they're, and then yeah, that aspect of it, I really did like how the more the curtain gets peeled back, like it slowly starts unraveling for them, like until they notice it, like it's still there. It's like Bloodborne. The insight. They need that insight level.
Died. Yeah. And like I said, I just can't emphasize this enough that the whole imaginative aspect of it was what really drew me in. So, given that you can draw anything you can imagine, you don't have to draw high school guys.
But they did.
But what if you draw a high school?
They
trapped
were.
in time, in a ruined town floating on a turtle. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but the day they were stuck in was the big day before the high school festival.
Yeah.
There's also that.
So yeah, that was my thought. So someone else pick something else for next week. Give us
Yeah, well, that's TBA or TBD or
something to look
THC
forward
or
to.
something like that. Mark, closing thoughts? Would you, if you want to give a rating at all?
I like the concept. Like I said, I don't know if I'd like the show itself. Because like I saw the characters, and I'm like, I can tell what kind of show this will be with their adventures. And the concept kept one-upping itself, which I did like. My
Yeah.
rating is I liked it. It was good.
it
You want a
was
number?
it was good. Yeah, it's up to you if you want to give it a number or not.
Nah.
Give it an elbow, like
Elbow.
like Conan.
2 elbows.
I give it a toe.
Like I'd recommend it.
I give it 3 horses in a dark barn. It's the Conan O'Brien review process. All right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for Beautiful Dreamer, which I guess is the Shaggy guy. It couldn't be
The title of
Lume.
the movie itself tells you what it is. It
Couldn't
tells
be
you the whole
Lume.
plot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it helps that I didn't even really know what it was because I saw like the Asian title or like the real title, and I didn't know. I didn't. For some reason, it
So
escaped
yeah,
me.
just
That's what the title was. And I was like, well, that makes a lot more sense now that
credit where's
what
due.
we
The
watched.
title was Urusei Yatsura #2, Beautiful Dreamer.
Yeah,
That
number
was the
two.
title.
I think I was too fixated on the number two, and I was giving Jimmy a hard time about it. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah,
I was like, why
Really,
is
the
this
first
two?
one's not that good.
The first one's not
doesn't
good.
I think I read that. Yeah.
Oh,
wouldn't
well,
surprise me.
maybe we'll go back
Well, it's fine, it's
to.
about
Maybe
whatever.
we'll go back to.
Like this one stands out because of its dreaming sci-fi concept.
Yeah, that's why it's good. Is
Right.
the story? Yeah,
All right, so
it ain't the
Like I
Lume.
said,
But yeah.
gotta track it down.
All right. Well, overall, 7, 3 horses in a barn, and an elbow, and we'll be back with something else next week. Hopefully, it won't be whatever the hell this was. But all right, we'll catch you guys next time.